Hey guys, Zach here. I hope you're all having a great day today, because guess what? Battle for Azeroth is basically here, which also means Legion will soon be in the rearview mirror. Now, I want to go and send Legion off with a bang. I want to send it off the best way possible. So we're going to have a nice special video talking about all the great things that happened either during Legion or that Legion brought to the table. So for this video, I have a ton of help, and I am super blessed and super excited and super grateful to have all this help, and we'll get to all those beautiful people in just a few moments. But before we do, I want to tell you guys my favorite thing about Legion. My absolute favorite thing about Legion does have to be the in-game cinematics that we saw all throughout the expansion. There was no shortage of them, and as an Alliance player, I got to see perhaps my favorite cinematic, which we'll get to in just a second. The reason that the cinematics are my favorite part is because I'm a very narrative-driven person. I like reading quest dialogue, don't get me wrong, but nothing drives the story home like a well-done cinematic, and we had plenty of phenomenal ones. We had tear-jerking ones like the one where Varian died, where Vol'jin died. We had awesome ones that we felt super accomplished, like when Gul'dan died, when Kil'jaeden died, when Sargeras, who was never depicted in-game before, was imprisoned, and it was just super cool to see that. And then my favorite cutscene, of course, if you saw my top 10 you would know this, is when Anduin visits the Broken Shore and finds his father's sword and has that vision. It absolutely brought me to tears. Everything was phenomenal about it, everything was great, and Legion really stepped up the storytelling to World of Warcraft, and that is something that I am looking forward to immensely come Battle for Azeroth.
Hey, it's Soul. The Mage Tower is something that I'm going to miss very, very dearly as we leave it behind. And this is coming from someone who's only completed the challenge once, within 3 months as a protection paladin. And you're darn right I'm proud of it. The Mage Tower challenges are many things. We can think of it as endgame single player. It's a badge of prestige, a celebration of strategy, skill, and luck, mostly luck, with a truly prestigious trophy to walk away with, an artifact weapon appearance that we'll never see again. But just as important is the story behind that one win after dozens, hundreds of losses. It's entirely your victory. And for me, that feeling took my breath away.
So, my favorite thing about Legion, I don't know if anyone will agree with me, Legion gave me a better reason to hate Sylvanas because she's just evil, not morally grey.
Hi guys, MrGMA, and my favourite part of Legion was probably the class mounts. Well, I mean, it was one of my favourite parts. It's a pretty good expansion overall, probably in my top 3. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, probably the class mounts. I mean, there were some good ones and some bad ones. Like, you had the fidget spinner for the mages and the crappy proto-drake thing for the warriors. But, like, the ones that were good were very good. You got, like, the shaman one, which is just incredible. And you've got the hunter one, which is just amazing as well. And I don't think you could ever do, like, class mounts again, could you? It's just it will be a Legion thing. It's not going away in Battle for Azeroth, which is good. So you can go back and get your class mount still. It's not the end of the world. But, yeah, I personally really enjoyed class mounts. And that is my favorite feature of Legion, really. Well, one of my favorite features of Legion. But it's pretty cool.
My favorite thing about Legion has to be the pet battle dungeons. Pet battles haven't really gotten a new type of game mode since its launch in Mists of Pandaria, so it was exciting to get new stuff. Obviously, a lot of people groaned about it because there's a circle jerk to hate everything pet battles in the WoW community, but for us people who actually like pet battles, they were pretty neat. Basically what you do is go into a dungeon and fight trash mob pets with pet battles, and then face off against a boss pet. Then, you move on to the next area until you complete the dungeon by beating the last boss pet. It's basically like doing a solo dungeon, only all the fighting is done with pet battles. There's only 2 so far, and there were lots of hints for a Nomergon dungeon being added in the last patch, but that never happened. So, here's hoping Blizz actually adds more of them for BFA.
Hi guys, my name is Ryan, and Zach from the Nerds Templar asked me to come on here and talk about my favorite thing that happened during Legion. And I gotta say, my favorite thing that happened during Legion happened on November 3rd, 2017, when Blizzard announced Classic World of Warcraft. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Zach.
Sup, fuckers, Aquilon here, and welcome back. Of course, some of you may know me, some of you may not. For those of you who don't, I'm a fat fuck on the internet, and I've got a shit ton of opinions, believe me. So I was asked to make a video of, pretty much just saying goodbye to Legion, and things that I would miss that were in Legion. So it came up to quite a list of things that I fucking loved about Legion, and it turns out that everything that I loved about Legion is going into Battle for Azeroth, so there's no reason to say goodbye to those things. They're gonna be their next expansion. So then we got to the side of the list of things that I really fucking can't wait to go au revoir, never see you fucking again. It came down to one of two things. It was either going to be raid design in Legion that I can't wait to get over and done with, or class design in Legion that I'm so glad is getting to an end. I ended up going with class design because really, I think Legion was the worst expansion in terms of class design. Classes, so many classes just did not work at the launch of expansion, didn't even work throughout the expansion, and some classes were so dependent, so reliant on certain legendary pieces that it just kind of felt empty. The class itself just didn't feel as if it ever really got going. So I, for one, am so happy to say goodbye to class design in Legion. I've checked out the classes in Battle for Azeroth, I'm doing previews on them now, and I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, the vast majority of classes, they work. They work perfectly well. Here and there's a few classes that still kind of feel out of place, but for the most part, fuck it, bring on Battle for Azeroth, we're done. Legion, thank you so much for the time and the enjoyment that you brought us, but we want to play BFA now. Come on, Blizzard, let's go. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.
My favorite part of Legion was unsubscribing.
No. That would mean that Elune is like a purified old god. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. My name's Pyromancer. And my favorite part about Legion? Come on, do you really need to ask?
Hi there, my name's Jesse, and I'm the writer, director, and narrator for the Lost Codex YouTube channel. When I was asked what my favorite part of Legion was, to reflect on this last expansion, I had a little bit of a hard time choosing that. Honestly, every part of Legion was so immersive for me. The class fantasy through our class halls and the class campaign, artifact weapons as we unlock the story and the acquiring quest line, and all the beautiful zones that we visited in all the patches and in the leveling experience, and then going back and doing world quests to them. And I decided that Suramar was actually one of my favorite parts of Legion. Suramar was the first of its kind in World of Warcraft. Not only in its physical appearance and the layout of the zone, but also the amount of time we spent in it, and the importance that Suramar had on the entire storyline of Legion. Suramar had one of the most impactful storylines in the entire expansion, from all the quests that we had to do, all the characters we met, the progression we had to make through. Honestly, Suramar stands out and will stand out forever as a very fond memory of mine in World of Warcraft. And I know maybe not everyone liked Suramar because of how it was laid out, but honestly, the size of the city was something we've never before seen in World of Warcraft, and I do believe the feedback and the love of how big and how real Suramar felt will be carried forth in future World of Warcraft expansions. As we know, Borealis and Zuldazar are massive player hubs that really take a little page from Suramar's book.
And that's just a few of our favorite things from Legion. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed making it. Once again, a huge thank you again to all the content creators that helped me out, gave me advice. This video would literally not have been possible without you guys. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We got great content on the way, especially with Battle for Azeroth on the horizon. And until next time, guys, stay classy.